Hi there, it's Scott Gardner here in the Ann H. Fisher New River Room at the Radford Public Library. I'm here to continue sharing with you the amazing resources that we have available for genealogical and local history research. In the last video, we took a look at the resources that we have available here in the New River Room. In this video, we'll be exploring the resources that we have online through the Radford Public Library's website. We'll also be taking a look at our newspaper collection, which can be found by a combination of both accessing the New River Room and our online resources. It is important to note that to access these resources, you must have an active library card with the Radford Public Library. With your library card number and PIN, which are the last 4 digits of said card number, you'll need to visit our website with the URL provided, radfordva.gov/326/library. Once on our library homepage, you'll want to click on the tab for Local History and Special Collections. From there, you'll see icons for our featured databases. Below that, you'll see our available databases in alphabetical order. Now for the databases. The library has an account with Ancestrycom, which enables the public to access this incredibly powerful tool, but it can only be used within the library. It is not available remotely. The library account with Ancestry.com allows you to search a vast number of resources, from census records to birth, death, and marriage records. There is everything from burial information to old passport applications, and so much more. You are even able to access other people's genealogies, as long as they have been marked public by their creators. This account, however, does not allow for the creation of online family trees, nor can one receive the hints that one sees advertised in the media for private accounts. Next, we have Heritage Quest. This database is a great tool for genealogical research, and as opposed to our Ancestry.com account, it is accessible remotely, which is the case for all other resources. Through Heritage Quest, you can find many records, including historical publications from around the country. The database even has a section of maps, which allows you to see a decade-by-decade view of U.S. states' development. The Radford Public Library also has access to a database featuring the Radford High School yearbook, the Oakleaf. Thanks to the Library of Virginia, we are able to offer access to Oakleaf yearbooks online from 1922 to 1977. There are some gaps in the collection, but it is relatively complete. Within the library, we do have physical access to these years, as well as the yearbooks for 1978 to the present. Another database specific to Radford that we have available is thanks to Radford University's McConnell Library. This database allows you to view the letters and documents of the Radford family. These letters range from the middle 2 quarters of the 19th century and offer an intimate snapshot into the history of this area and of a family of means of the period. Our online databases provide you with the opportunity to also explore newspapers. We have Newsbank and Newsbank obituaries. These databases offer access to a whole host of digitized newspapers from around the country. One limitation with this series of databases is that the great majority of the newspaper records only go as far back as the 1980s. One really interesting feature is there is an option to have the articles read aloud. Of particular interest to someone researching in our area, Newsbank has the Roanoke Times back through 1990 and the Richmond Times-Dispatch back to 1985. Now to our collection of Radford newspapers, which can be found both physically in the New River Room and online. As far as Radford newspapers, our archive of the Radford News Journal covers a nearly complete run from 1935 to 2008. There is unfortunately no intact collection of Radford newspapers prior to 1935 in existence anywhere. We have editions going back as far as the 1890s, but they are quite sporadic. There may be only one edition of the newspaper from a single year available. News stories after 2008 can be accessed online through the Radford News Journal's own website. When it comes to the collection from 1935 to 2008, there are 2 subsections. We'll start with the older subsection, which runs from 1935 to 1954. These years are only available on microfilm and are accessible with staff assistance in the New River Room at any point during regular operating hours. As far as the remaining subsection, which covers 1955 to 2008, we have these years available on microfilm and in an easy-to-use digitized online format that is completely searchable, which is also under the library's online genealogy resources. To see these, you'll click on the Radford News Journal database. When you open up this database, you can immediately begin searching and yielding results. But you'll find that to actually view the records, you'll need to establish a free online membership with the service that holds the newspapers. With this easy-to-acquire membership, you'll be able to store records, or clippings as they call them, for later use without the need of printing everything out at that moment. With this database, you will find that you have access to not only the Radford News Journal from 1955 to 2008, but also to Pulaski's Southwest Times from 1893 to 2017. Thanks for joining me in the New River Room to explore the Radford Public Library's collection of genealogical and local history resources.